Hey everyone, Jim with Evolution Power Sports. Today we're going to talk about some really cool stuff. I know we've teased it before. I also made a promise, or kind of a promise, that we were going to have this out before the end of the year, but obviously that didn't happen. But it is the rolling launch control for the Maverick R and the Maverick R Max. Okay, and today we're going to go through, what is rolling launch control? How is it different from the factory anti-lag, what the benefit, what the technical aspects are, the performance gains, and why you need it. Okay, so to start, rolling launch control, if you look at any YouTube videos that shows like a Lambo or a GTR and they're doing like a roll-on race, what you'll see is typically, the brake lights will come on, they'll have a couple of backfires, and then the car will take off, okay? That's exactly what we've done with the Maverick R, except we wanted to add, something that to make it a bit better, okay? Because I don't think, and the reason for the delay is we didn't feel like actuating it with the brake was a good fit for the Maverick R. Okay, we really wanted to have it on a button. Okay, and I have a prototype here. This is kind of the delay. Was that we wanted to integrate the button into the steering wheel rather than have like a bracket that was kind of outside the steering wheel or outside this area. And the reason for that was a couple-fold. One is it didn't look very good because the factory wheel's got all these nice integrated buttons into it, very professional. And the second reason was, having a coiled wire outside of the the steering wheel would actually interfere with the paddles for those that would do paddle shifting. So what we did was we incorporated the button into this area where these two buttons were, and then relocated these other two buttons to the center. So what this does, it gives it totally integrated feel. These parts here are 3D printed. The real ones will be injection molded and will be nicer than the factory pieces. But actually super integrated, very cool, and will give the Mav R that polished look and make it operate the way it should. All right, so customers on Maverick Rs, they know they have factory anti-lag. It's Sport Plus mode. Okay, and so people say, well, what's the difference between that and rolling launch control? Well, the difference is this, okay? Rolling launch control is kind of like, it is exactly what it says it is. It's rolling launch control, okay? People are used to, our factory launch control where you're at a standstill, you press on the brake, go full throttle, let go of the brake, now the car takes off, okay? This is the same thing except for it's for roll-on races, okay? So let's just say you're at Sand Highway and you want to line up with, your buddies. What you would do is you would, be in second or third gear in manual mode, around 5,000 RPMs, push the button. Now you can go full throttle on the gas, and basically the way our programming works is it will hold that RPM and build insane amount of boost. So that way when you do the 1, 2, 3 count, on 3 you let go of the button, you're already full throttle on the gas, now the car will take off. And what we've seen is performance-wise, we did a couple different tests, right? So the one test is how long does it take to get from, let's just say 5,500 to 7,500 RPMs, both with and without rolling launch control. And we find that the difference is about 0.3 of a second, 2 to 0.3 of a second every time. Okay, anybody that does any drag racing knows that 0.3 is a huge margin. Okay, so if you're 0.3 faster than your buddy who's got the same Mav R, same tune, you're going to walk away from him. You're going to be out 2-3 car lengths ahead, and you're going to walk them all the way to the end of the finish line. Okay, the other way we test it is time to mile per hour. Okay, so let's just say we start out at 30 miles an hour with both, factory anti-lag versus our rolling launch control. We start out at 30, 1 second into the run, what's the mile per hour? And every time the rolling launch control is 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than just trying to step on the gas and versus already being full throttle and just letting go of the button. So huge advantage with respect to rolling drag races. Couple of other really fun things about the rolling launch control and things that we didn't really even consider in the beginning, but a couple of our beta testers that have been using out in Glamis, they wanted us to rename it Fun Mode or Wheelie Mode because now, the Maverick R is not a great wheelie machine. You can get it if you hit a roller just right, but being able to get on that rolling launch control just as you're coming up on that roller and then let go as you crest it, now all of a sudden the car picks the wheels up like never before. And so they wanted us to rename it like Fun Mode, right? So whole new envelope of fun for the Maverick R. If you like to do wheelies, this is your answer. But I'm sure our customers will figure out other ways to make this even more fun than our initial thoughts for it. There's also a couple more benefits to basically how we did the wiring harness for this. Okay, so if you would rather have your rolling launch control and launch control for that matter on the brake, you can still have that. But because we have this switch, you can switch back and forth either between the brake or the button. Okay, and most would prefer the button even with just regular launch control because you're always going to be faster. Your reaction time's going to be faster letting off the button than coming off the brake. You'll still need to hold the car stationary when using launch control with the brake, but being able to get off the button faster without your foot completely coming off the brake pedal will definitely improve your reaction time. And one other benefit that I know a lot of racers have issues with is with the Maverick R, when you're on the brake hard, it decouples the front diff. Okay, and a lot of racers don't like that. Okay, by having this switch to where it takes it off of the brake pedal and puts it on the button, now you won't have that issue. A lot of short course racers don't like that feature that Can-Am built into it. This will solve that problem as well. All right, now that we've given you all the fun stuff, when will this be available? It would be available sometime in April 2025. We're just waiting on some final pieces, final harness, and then our injection molded pieces. But once it's available, you can get it, and then you'll get out there and win more races.